जीवन जिसने कमल पुष्प सा हम सबका खिलाया, जीवन जिसने कमल पुष्प सा हम सबका खिलाया, माध्यम बन सका हमें शुभ वनवास मिलाया, माध्यम बन सका हमें शुभ वनवास मिलाया। अव्यक्त बनाने हमको अव्यक्त रूप है धारे, अव्यक्त बनाने हमको अव्यक्त रूप है धारे, ऐसे प्यारे प्यारे ब्रह्मा बाबा हमारे। शांति स्तंभ पर पल भर भी जब जब हम आते हैं, पढ़कर सुंदर शिलालेख को हृदय द्रवित हो जाते हैं। मधुर मधुर शिक्षाओं से सबका सौभाग्य संवारे। ऐसे प्यारे प्यारे ब्रह्मा बाबा हमारे। समय है कम गफलत न करो, अविनाशी धन दान करो। हीरे तुल्य है जन्म तुम्हारा, सफल करो कल्याण करो। सर्व के पिता है शिव भगवान, भारत वर्ष है देश महान। आवो परम तीर्थ स्थान, प्रभु का है इसको वरदान। ये रहस्य समझाना सबको, महावाक्य उच्चारे। ऐसे प्यारे प्यारे ब्रह्मा बाबा हमारे। अपने को आत्मा समझो, शिव परमात्मा को याद करो। राजयोग से जन्म जन्म के विकर्म का विनाश करो। ज्ञान स्वरूप प्रेम स्वरूप प्रियवतो शक्ति स्वरूप बनो। सुख शांति की राह दिखाए, से शांति दूत बनो। शांति स्तंभ से शांति किरणी विश्व में पसारे। ऐसे प्यारे प्यारे ब्रह्मा बाबा हमारे। जीवन जिसने कमल पुष्प सा हम सबका खिलाया, माधुवन सदा हमें शुभवा से मिलाया। माधुवन सदा हमें शुभवा से मिलाया।
Om Shanti. 29th of November in Murli, Baptada, Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, you have to change from human beings into deities. Therefore, imbibe divine manners. Sweet children, you have to change from human beings into deities. Therefore, imbibe divine manners. Continue to renounce devilish traits. Become pure. Essence, sweet children, you have to change from human beings into deities. Therefore, imbibe divine manners. Continue to renounce devilish traits, become pure. Question: through which activity of theirs can you recognize those who imbibe divine manners? Question: through which activity of theirs can you recognize those who imbibe divine manners? Answer: through the service they do. Through the service they do. You can recognize to what extent they have become pure from impure. And how many they have? Served to make them pure. Are you a good effort maker? Are you a good effort maker? Or do you still have devilish traits? Or do you still have devilish traits? All of this can be known from the service you do. This godly mission of yours is to teach divine manners. By following 𝐄𝐧𝐿𝐻𝐿, you serve to make impure human beings pure. Answer: through the service they do, you can recognize to what extent they have become pure from impure, and how many they have served to make them pure. Are you a good effort maker, or do you still have devilish traits? All of this can be known from the service you do. This godly mission of yours is to teach divine manners. By following 𝐄𝐧𝐿, you serve to make impure human beings pure. So, salutations to Shiva. Om Shanti. On the path of devotion, they sing the praise salutations to Shiva. The highest on high is Shiva, and it is to him that people say salutations to the Supreme Soul Shiva. It is said, salutations to the deity Brahma, salutations to the deity Vishnu, and salutation to the Supreme Soul Shiva. So, there is a difference. God is one and he is the highest on high. His price is also the highest. At this time, he is carrying out the highest task of all. His place of residence is also the highest of all. His name too is the highest of all. No one else can be called the Supreme Soul God. The price, O purifier, is only of God. He comes into the impure world and enters an impure body. The name of the impure body is Prajapita Brahma. He enters this one and says, I enter the body of an ordinary human being at the end of the last of his many births. He doesn't enter the perfect Brahma, who is a resident of the subtle region. He himself says, I come at the end of the last this one's many births. It is Radhe and Krishna who take many births. The last of their many births is an ordinary birth. He doesn't say, that he enters a pure body. God speaks, I enter an ordinary body. God definitely comes in this ordinary body and sits and explains to souls, I am the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. I am not the Krishna soul, nor am I the soul of Brahma, Vishnu or Shankar. I am the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, to whom you say, salutations to the Supreme Soul, Shiva. I have entered this one. I don't enter the body of Brahma, a resident of the subtle region. I have to come here to purify the impure. It was through me that the Brahma who resides in the subtle region became pure, and this is why he has been shown in a subtle form. Baba explains so well. However, people ignore what they hear and continue to follow wrong things. They listen to everything with devilish brackets impure intellect. If they were to listen with godly intellect, all their doubts would end. It is difficult to explain without the picture of the Trimurti. They have put the name Trimurti Brahma because Shiv Baba creates the creation of the new world through Prajapita Brahma. You children are now sitting personally in front of Baba. You are all becoming pure from impure. How much you become, that is revealed through the service you do. This one is a good effort maker. This one still has defeats. Deities had divine virtues. Everyone speaks of their own defects and of the virtues of the deities. You now have to renounce devilish defects. Otherwise, you want to be able to climb a high status. The Father says, children, imbibe divine virtues. You need to be careful with your food and drink, and you also need manners in the way you behave. Impure human beings are said to be those who have bad manners. Deities are those who have good manners, and that is why they are prized. Each one of you has to make effort. Whoever does something will receive the reward of it. God is now teaching you easy Raja Yoga and knowledge. Only the one Father is the ocean of knowledge, who gives you knowledge and takes you into salvation. He alone is called Shukdev, brackets, deity of happiness. All of these things are unique. This knowledge will only sit in the intellects of those who are to become Brahmins. Generally, Many people ask, why was Dada made Brahma? Tell them, come and sit and understand these things. We will tell you the story of this one's 84 births. All the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris will become pure and then become deities. You cannot receive the inheritance without becoming pure. God is the highest on high, incorporeal Shiva. He definitely enters the body of Brahma to give you the inheritance. This one is Prajapita Brahma. The Brahma who resides in the subtle region would not be called Prajapita, brackets, father of humanity. People would not be created there. We Brahma Kumars and Kumaris exist in corporeal forms and therefore Prajapita Brahma too has to be in a corporeal form. Come and understand the significance of this. We don't call this Dada God. This one is Prajapita, the father of people, and Shiv Baba enters his body in order to purify everyone. No one there is pure. Instead of saying Trimurti Shiva, they have said Trimurti Brahma. However, there is no meaning to Trimurti Brahma. Brahma is also called the creator of human beings. That is why he is called Prajapita. The incorporeal one enters this one and gives you your inheritance. The Brahma who resides in the subtle region is pure. This corporeal one is becoming pure from impure. From being impure, we Brahmins are also becoming pure deities. It is said, salutations to the Supreme Soul Shiva. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are called deities. God alone is the protector of devotees. Only He grants salvation to everyone. He is the purifier, and so He would definitely come and make impure ones pure. The first pure beings are Lakshmi and Narayana. They would definitely take rebirth. While completing their 84 births, they become ordinary human beings. The father then enters this one. Therefore, this one is the corporeal Brahma and the other one is the subtle Brahma. A word is not created in the subtle region. Generally, people are confused about this and so you have to explain. The father says, I enter this one at the end of his many births. That is, at the end of his 84 birth. 84th birth. First, the deities came into Bharat and they will then move down. They are then the first ones to become deities once again. You should definitely also have the picture of the variety form image. Children have made it so that it has a meaning. Brahmins are the top-notch deities are the head, whereas various are the arms. Merchants are the stomach, and Shudras are the feet. Brahmins are the top-notch, deities are the head, warriors are the arms, merchants are the stomach, and Shudras are the feet. After Shudras, there are the Brahmins. This is the cycle of the castes. This is the cycle of the castes. This also has to be understood and explained. Baba has told you many times that when they print in the newspapers that so and so has become a resident of heaven, you should write a letter to them saying that since he has gone to heaven, he must definitely have been living in hell. This is now hell, and so he would definitely take rebirth in hell. If he went to heaven, why do you invoke him and feed him the food of hell? Why are you crying? However, none of them has enough of an intellect to understand that only the Father comes and establishes heaven and that he teaches Raj Yoga. You Brahmins are claiming your inheritance from the Father at the confluence age, and all the rest are in the Iron Age. At the confluence age, souls meet the Supreme Soul, and this is called the Kumbh Mela. You Ganges of knowledge have emerged from the ocean of knowledge. On the path of devotion, they believe that they will become pure and bathing in the Ganges. It is the task of your mission to make everyone pure. This is a godly mission. You make impure human beings into pure deities by following Srimad. Sri Krishna is not the purifier. He takes the full 84 births. Lakshmi and Narayan are first, and then at the end they become Brahma and Saraswati. They become Adidev and Adidevi. Who explains all of these things? They sing salutations to the Supreme Soul Shiva, or Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. Your ways and means are unique. He gives you Srimad for salvation, liberation and salvation. He is the one who brings salvation to those who are in degradation. His Srimad is absolutely distinct from that of all human beings. The path of devotion is the extreme night. For half a cycle, it is knowledge the day. Shiv Baba says, I come in the dark night to change night into day. Only one Shiv Baba, the ocean of knowledge, has this knowledge. All the rishis and munis have been saying God is infinite. They don't know the Father, which means that they are atheist. For half a cycle, you are atheist, and for half a cycle, you are theist. You now know the Father and the beginning, the middle, and the end of the Father's creation. No one else knows it. This is why they are called orphans. They are immutable regions and immutable opinions. The Father says, you now have to renounce this old world. You have to remember the land of peace and the land of happiness. The more you remember him, the higher the status you will climb. You may live at home with your family, but remain pure. How would your household continue without a business? You simply have to become pure and remember the Father. The Father says, I am the goldsmith. The Father says, I am the goldsmith. Your souls and your bodies are both impure. Therefore, when your souls become pure, you will receive pure bodies. Jewelry made of real gold would also be real. Now, both souls and bodies are iron-aged. The Father is telling you the way you can make yourself pure. This is why it is said, your ways and means, Srimad, are unique. You now know that no one else can show you the path to salvation. Since he prized, he must definitely have done something before he departed. It is now the Iron Age and the Golden Age is to come. You are sitting at the confluence age. You are Brahmins who belong to the clan of Brahma. You remain as pure as a lotus. Your war is with Maya. It is because of Maya that some fail. They are punched very hard by lust. Baba says, remain cautious. If you fall, You won't be able to tell anyone that lust is the greatest enemy. The father says, nevertheless, make effort. You are defeated once, you are defeated twice, but if you are defeated the third time, everything is over. The status of destroyed. You made a promise and so you have to follow it fully. You made a promise and so you have to follow it fully. Having made this promise, you mustn't become pure. However, not everyone remains firm on his or her promise. They still continue to fall. Some even leave the Father. There are many who run away. At the end, you will all have visions of who will become what. You should make full effort. Those who cause sorrow will die in sorrow. The Father is the one who gives everyone happiness. It is also your duty to give everyone happiness. If you cause anyone sorrow through your actions, you will die in sorrow and your status will be destroyed. You have to remain completely obedient and faithful to the unlimited Father. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Baptada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. We, the spiritual children, says, Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharna. 1. Remain faithful and obedient to the Father. Don't cause anyone sorrow. One, remain faithful and obedient to the Father. Don't cause anyone sorrow. 2, in order to claim your full inheritance, from the Father, make effort to become pure. Never allow yourself to be hurt by lust. Remain very cautious about that. 2. In order to claim your full inheritance from the Father, make effort to become pure. Never allow yourself to be hurt by lust. Remain very cautious about that. Blessing. May you be a self-sovereign, the master of yourself, and order your powers and use them with a awareness of being a master. Blessing. May you be a self-sovereign, the master of yourself, and order your powers and use them with the awareness of being a master. Use all the powers you have received from the Father. Use the powers at the right time. Simply maintain the awareness of being their master and order them, and the powers will obey your orders. If you order them while you are weak, they will not obey your orders. Bhaktada makes all of you children masters, not weak ones. All of you children are the children who are to become kings because self-sovereignty is your birthright. No one can snatch away this birthright from you. Slogan. Perform every action while stable in the stage of a Trikaldarshi, and you will continue to have success. Slogan. Perform every action while stable in the stage of a Trikaldarshi, and you will continue to have success. Om Shanti. Invaluable versions of Mateshwari. When we say, God take us children across to the other side, what does to the other side mean? When we say, God take us children across to the other side, what does to the other side mean? People believe that to go to the other side means to become free from the cycle of birth and death. That is, to be liberated. This is what people say. But that one says, children, the place where there is true happiness and peace, which is far away from sorrow and peacelessness, cannot be called a world. When people want happiness, that has to be in this world. That was the golden age, world of deities, where they always had a life of total happiness. Those deities were said to be immortal. Immortal also has no meaning. It doesn't mean that the deities had such long lifespan that they never dead. They are saying this is wrong because it is not like that. Their lifespan was not as long as the golden age and silver ages. For the deities had many births in the golden age and silver age. They ruled the kingdom very well for 21 births, and then they took 63 births from the copper age to the end of the iron age. In all, they had 21 births in the stage of ascent and 63 births in the descending stage. In total, human beings take 84 births. When people think that human beings go through 8.4 million species, that is a mistake. If human beings experience both happiness and sorrow in their human lives, then what would be the need for them to suffer as animal species? People do not have this knowledge. Human beings take 84 births, but there must definitely be 8.4 million species of animals, birds, etc. In this world, there is the creation of many types, and human beings experience within that their sin and charity in the human birth, and animals experience in their birth. Human beings cannot take birth as animals, and animals cannot take birth as human beings. Human beings have to experience everything in their human lives. And so there is the feeling of happiness or sorrow. In the same way, animals also have to experience happiness and sorrow in their own species. However, they do not have intellects to understand which action caused them to suffer. Human beings feel their suffering brackets of the animals because human beings are intelligent. But it isn't that human beings take birth in 8.4 million species. The tree is said to be non-sentient and it has its own species. This is easy and it is a matter of common sense to understand what actions or neutral actions a non-sentient tree would have performed for it to create karmic accounts. For instance, look at the elevated visions and that Guru Nanak got. Whoever remembers their son, whoever dies with that worry in their final moments, would take rebirth as a boar. However, saying this does not mean that a human being would take birth as a boar, but a boar means that the actions of human beings are like those of animals. It isn't that human beings become animals. Those teachings are given to make people effort. So, we have to transform our lives at the confluence age and become charitable souls from sinful souls. Acha.
ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है। ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है। सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, हाथ में उसके हाथ है। ईश्वर अपने साथ है, करने की क्या बात है। सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, हाथ में उसके हाथ है। ईश्वर अपने साथ है, करने की क्या बात है। समय से पहले भाग्य से ज्यादा बोलो किसने पाया है। तेरा था जो तुझे मिला है, कोई तो छीन न पाया है। समय से पहले भाग्य से ज्यादा बोलो किसने पाया है। तेरा था जो तुझे मिला है, कोई तो छीन न पाया है। जीवन प्रभु सौगात है, फिर काहे फिक्रात है। सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, हाथ में उसके हाथ है। ईश्वर अपने साथ है, करने की क्या बात है। जिसके नाम से कितनों के ही बिगड़े काम तो बन जाते, जिसकी याद से जन्म जन्म के कष्ट सभी मिट जाते। जिसके नाम से कितनों के ही बिगड़े काम तो बन जाते, जिसकी याद से जन्म जन्म के कष्ट सभी मिट जाते। सामने वो दिन रात है, प्यार की बरसात है, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, हाथ में उसके हाथ है, ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है, ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, हाथ में उसके हाथ है, ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है, ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है।